Hi guys, it's Kata here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is gonna be about pet peeves that I have as a plant seller. So I've been studying plants for roughly about 2 years, if not more, and I have encountered a lot of people, too many to count. While majority of the people are really friendly and kind and all that, I do get some little gems here and there that just piss me off. I don't know why, but recently people have been pissing me off more than usually. And today I will be sharing 5 pet peeves that I really hate about people. It's just my personal experience and what I've seen. I am usually selling in a local market, so in Slovenia. I rarely do Europe just because I don't like dealing with additional shipping stress that happens. So the first pet peeve that I have is not reading the plant sales description or text. I'm not sure where you're based, but every plant sale group in Europe has information that you must include in your post so that it's admitted to the group as it should be. So it includes plant ID, how can you ship, where can you pick up the plant, what are the payment options, and so on and so on. So basically all the information that you as a buyer need to work out the whole deal about plants. The amount of times I get questions such as, hey, where can I pick up the plant? Hey, where do you live? Hey, do you ship this plant? And it's just... I try to make my posts as user-friendly and as informational as I can be without dumping too much information on a seller. I will actually show you my post. I've gotten to a point where I just become petty. Whenever somebody asks me about something that's already on my post, I just screenshot the post to their question. It's time wasted both on buyers and on sellers' end, and I don't understand. If you are willing to commit to buy a plant and you don't take an extra 2 seconds to read terms of an agreement, kind of, between a seller and a buyer, it's fine. The plant won't disappear in 2 seconds, okay? It won't. At least in our local market. So the next pet peeve is asking a plant advice on a random plant. Hear me out. I am always happy to give you all the information that you ask me about the specific plant that you are buying from me, because I find that it's reasonable. The conditions that I keep my plant in, the routine, the watering, the humidity and all of that, especially with cuttings, I'm more than happy to help you to whenever you should pot it, which media and all of that. That's no problem, just getting that out there. Whenever people want to extend my kindness and asking questions about their personal plants that I have no connection with, I'm sorry, but we're done here. I used to be really on just giving advice whenever I could, but it has gotten too much for me and I've kind of just stopped doing that. I'm sorry to anyone who comes with me for advice. If I'm in a good mood, I will answer. If not, don't take it personally. So it's something to keep in mind. You can ask a seller, hey, is it okay if I ask you an advice question about a person that I didn't buy for you? I think that's an okay heads up and I would be more than happy to help in this scenario. But whenever buyers assume that I will just be happy to help them on their personal problems, I'm kind of like, thanks. So you will either get a shortest answer to your question or I will just say that I don't know. Don't take it personally. I'm not your urban dictionary. It's a different scenario if you've bought from me many times or we kind of have a friendship going on. I'm more than happy to help in those occasions. Call me egoistic and rude and all that, but it's a boundary that I have established for myself, keep my sanity and my precious time. So the next one is really annoying. It's people coming up with numerous of excuses why they can't buy a plant. During my hefty time in my plant selling community, I've seen it all. The unexpected car payment, the vacation, the kids, you name it. It gets on my nerves because people still fail to realize that plants and especially exotic plants are luxury and should be treated as such. You don't need this plant to survive. You don't. It's not essential and nobody will convince me. As much as you want to sound desperate, you don't need it. The amount of people that are poorly managing their finances just to get a plant, it's really concerning. I mean, I don't mean to meddle in anyone's finances, but if you cannot afford like a random $20 bill, I don't think you should be buying like a €50 plant. But then again, who am I to comment? Again, waste of time on my end and their end. While I also lose time, I can also lose potential buyers. It amazes me the lengths people will go to convince me that they really can buy plants. Like, I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. It's strictly business transactional. If you can buy it, okay, buy. If it happens once, you're on my blacklist and we're done. And another fun example that I had recently. So this person commented on one of my very good adansonias and we've arranged the shipping. The pickup goes through my boyfriend just because he's in the capital more than me. On my side, we have arranged everything. And also on my boyfriend's side, they have arranged anything. They come to me the other day saying that they've changed their mind because there was a lack of communication. It would be one thing if there was a week, because I understand. I've been there, I have forgotten about people, even though I keep my lists, I keep everything in my Excels, but I still forget because I'm a human and I do apologize whenever that happens. Anyhow, that person is blacklisted. Another one which is really awkward is me begging people to pay me. So that usually applies whenever I am shipping plans. So my shipping policy is I usually ship plans on Mondays or Tuesdays, rarely on Wednesdays. I need to have your money in my bank account before I ship plans. It's just a security measure that I take to prevent me from getting scammed, and it also seems to be a standard way in a plant community. The bank transfers can sometimes take up to a day to show on my account. People kind of forget this, and it's really annoying when you have to check up the account like 5 times and you're stressed if you're gonna get the money before you're supposed to go to the post office. It's really a bitter situation to be in, and especially when you come to people and saying, hey, I still have not received your payment, have you sent it yet? And they'll be like, oh no, I forgot. And it's like, okay, no problem, because usually I try to get the payment as soon as possible just to avoid any delays due to that. It gets really annoying when you have to remind the person to pay you €7 at least 3 times. It just kind of looks like I'm begging them for the money, and it puts me in a really uncomfortable position, and I hate doing that, and I hate people reminding that even though they will be like, oh yeah, for sure, I will pay you tomorrow. I'm like, it's okay, there's no rush, just don't make me remind you 3 times. And then there's the last one, which is vanishing. Some people will try their hardest to come up with reasonable excuses, but then some people are just like avatars. He vanished when the world needed him most. What I've noticed is such people will usually stand by the statement that I promise that I will pay you, or I promise that I will get the plant. I'm not holding a plant for you unless you pay me in advance. Whenever I try to do that and be nice to somebody, I always get burned. So the good prevention to that is I always offer people an option that you can pay me half and half whenever you receive the plant, or you can pay me in full. But sometimes they take it as far as them being online and just refusing to read my messages on Facebook, and it's so low. I mean, just say you won't buy the plant, like, have the balls. So whenever somebody vanishes, they go onto my blacklist as well. Those are just a few things that I deal on a weekly basis. It can be really tiring and demanding to deal with people. If you do sell plants, I'm curious to hear about your experiences. I am sure and I know that there are a lot of nice and kind people, but there are also like special boys which need to be treated very gently. So yeah, let me know if you relate to any of these and if you're dealing with any other drama that I've not mentioned. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you did and find it relatable, please give it a like and hit that notification button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!